All right, let's go. Ayo, we're three hot guys sharing our opinions because we're special and different. Gold medals, we're winning. Can't help it if we're burdened by our intellect. You can play checkers while we pretend we know the rules to chess. The council has spoken, and we are the chosen. Your nose is broken because I broke it.
Sucks.
And welcome back to another episode of Will of the Cone. So, it's your boy Joseph. We've got Jordan in the booth.
I'm kind of getting the urge to save some money.
We've got Danny, who appears to be scraping soap scum off of his shower in order to reconstitute it into a bar of soap.
Can you guys shut up? This is the 6th soap bar I've constructed. I'm selling it on Etsy, and neither of you wanted in. So shut up and let me scrape.
And of course, we've got Becky on the ones and twos. How are we all feeling today?
I'm feeling very frugal,
Well,
Joseph.
my hands hurt, but whatever.
I'm
God.
trying to imagine what a reconstituted bar of soap would be.
Oh, you're not going to have to
Disgusting.
imagine for very long. You're not going to have to imagine for very long.
No
So
way.
what we're talking
Okay,
about
all right.
today is a tweet that went up about, like a week ago at the time of posting this. It says, stumbled upon r/frugal. I thought it would be cool tips and tricks for saving money, but it's actually just a forum for mental illness. Many such cases on reddit.com. I do real quick want to give a shout out to r/frugal. When I was like living on very, very little right out of college, I was like, this is a great idea. I'm going to get some great tricks. And almost immediately was confronted with the fact that people are insane. Like,
Cool.
It's unbelievable that we live in such an era of excess in the United States that you can get like soap or like toothpaste for like sub $1 prices. And people are like, no. I have a hack that will save you pennies over the course of a decade. All you have to do is make your quality of life terrible. The time when I was on it, the joke was the first thing everyone would recommend is switching to a lentils only diet because technically lentils can give you all of the nutrients you need and they're pennies per gallon of lentils.
Yeah.
But things have only gotten crazier. I just want to talk about some of the incredible posts that we have seen from r/frugal in the wake. This first one says 13 quote empty end quote lotion bottles produced 36 ounces that would normally be tossed. And this person has sliced open what looks like a dozen Aveeno lotion bottles, then used a spatula to scrape all of the remaining lotion out into a tub.
This is
which I imagine
Okay,
they
hold
will
on a second.
then.
Hold on. Okay, wait.
Yeah, no. Are they spitting? Are they
This
spitting?
This one I'm kind of with. This one's kind of amazing. That shit's not cheap.
No. Think about this. All right, you got like a bottle of shampoo, right? And you're trying to like squirt that shit out, right?
Totally.
And
Yeah.
you know there's shampoo still in that motherfucker, right? Oh my god.
With my
Okay.
toothpaste.
So far I'm on board.
Well, let's establish a little mini Will of the Council for this. For each one of these posts, let's decide if it's a win or a fail.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll call it what do we want to say? Broke boy behavior, or we'll say, is it a boom or is it broke boy behavior? How about that?
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Fair.
How do we feel about hollowing out your empty lotion bottles in order to spatula out the remaining crusty ass lotion into a large jug?
Into a
Is this a
mason
boom?
jar.
Boom is
This
good,
a
right?
boom.
That's a
This
boom
Is a
for
boom.
me.
This is a boom.
This is a boom.
This is a
100%.
boom. I
I'm
love
booming
this
for
one.
sure.
How about this next one? 1 year ago today, I made this cremation casket when my dad died of cancer. The cheapest box was 850 CAD. I made this for 120.
I can't believe.
Okay, but hear them out. This is a casket that's just going to be caught on fire. Like, it's not- You don't need a beautiful casket.
Honestly, this is a boom.
I'm sorry. For me,
This
this
one
is
might be a
broke boy
boom.
behavior.
Oh,
Yeah,
You two think this is a boom?
Wait, why is it? Okay, well, I'm not like super solid on it. Can you convince me otherwise?
Yeah, I think for the funeral, you can splurge a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. I think
Okay,
so.
that's
I think you're right. That's kind of where I was leaning because I'm like, isn't this like very unceremonious to the point of being insulting? That's like where I'm kind of at. Yeah, this is broke boy behavior.
All right, yeah, sure. I'll say broke boy behavior, but they saved a lot of money.
You're like, but you gotta respect the hustle.
A lot of money
Okay,
saved.
how about this one? Reusing birthday cake candles. My husband's birthday was yesterday, so when it was time to present the cake, I go to the junk drawer drive to find a couple of candles to light up. As he blew them out, I realized what a tiny but frugal move it is to reuse the birthday candles every single birthday. We got 4 people in our family, and I haven't purchased a bag of candles for 6 years. Just how much could a bag of candles be? $1?
This one I have a story for.
No.
It's not a long story or anything. It's just that there is a bag of candles that probably still existed from when I was like 4, living in my parents' house right now.
Okay.
And whenever
I hate to do this. I have the same thing.
Yeah, okay, it's not just me. I thought it was just me.
For me, it was like numbers. Because
Yes.
how many birthdays are going to have a 1 in them?
Yeah.
Your first and then all your teens. So you just have to keep using that same 1.
Yeah, so we had a ton
It's
of...
only lit for like 30 seconds, right?
Okay, all right, that's fair. I can get with that. Actually,
No, it's insane. No, it's
it's insane.
It's
No, I'm
unthink-
sorry.
No,
No,
it's
no,
insane.
okay,
It's
all
insane.
right.
Don't trick yourself on this one.
Don't
for
worry.
the number 1, I get it. No, you're right. It
Ours
is
was
fucking
like
insane.
a mix too. It wasn't just numbers.
Yeah,
like,
some
it
of them
was
were like normal candles.
normal
Yeah.
candles,
This is
numbers, and it's like, go check the bag of candles. And I never questioned throughout like my 20 years of life why we had a bag of candles in the house. Like, old
okay.
This is broke boy
candles.
behavior 100%.
Okay, so is this a boom or is this broke boy behavior?
This is super broke boy.
behavior.
Okay, here. How about this one? I like this one a lot. This is a picture of a sink with a soap bar on it, and the caption is
Me.
"Free soap at the local truck stop."
You have got to be fucking with me, dog.
For me, this is a boom. This is an easy.
Why is that a boom? Are they stealing it? I don't understand.
Yes, of course. Yeah, well, it's not stealing; it's free.
There is literally mold on the top right of the bar. I see it. It's on the bar. It's visible.
Oh my god, it's soap. The mold will wash off.
Oh my god, die.
The soap will make you stronger.
Here's the next one we have. I don't blame anyone for not using their blinker. You only get so many blinks per bulb, and depending on the model, they're not cheap to replace. Don't do it during traffic because you'll piss people off, but I don't use mine when I'm alone on the road. I'm sure I've extended its lifespan by a couple of months at least.
Oh my god, this is so broke boy behavior.
That is
This is
so
a mega broke boy behavior.
insane.
I could just imagine the dad from Everybody Hates Chris teaching Chris to
Yes.
drive. Like, you think the blinker fluid grows on trees? You know?
This one's awesome.
I
dude.
have the opposite behavior with this. I do it even when no one's around because I don't want to get used to not doing it. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, no, this is amazing.
This is awesome.
Holy shit.
This is the most broke boy behavior. This is like the way like my dad tried to save money when I was growing up.
We have this one. It says, I don't even want to read this one. If you're cheap, you can remove warts with an X-Acto knife.
Okay, no.
They go into a deep discussion of how exactly and conclude with, there will be a little blood, so make sure to have a paper towel on hand. And the response goes, spend some money on a trip to the doctor, please. And they reply, $10 initial visit, $25 ER visit, $7 prescription. I think I'm good.
Oh my God. Where do you live? Like another nation not called America?
It's funny to think of like people with universal health care, like, no, they're stealing from us and they're stealing like $30.
Well, it's so funny because you said the story and I was like, well, that's understandable for America.
All right, here's another good one. Shower product no buy in 2025. My goal for 2025 is not to buy any bath or shower products.
Oh my
I've
God.
been saving up hotel soaps, shampoos, and conditioners to be able to not purchase. As a woman, people love to buy me fancy soaps and body washes for Christmas and birthdays, so I have a pretty significant stash.
I love it's always stuff like this. Like I've saved billions on like you said at the beginning of this, like a $2 shampoo bottle that'll last
Exactly.
you like months.
It's like,
This is
oh
a good
my
one
God.
also. I may regret posting this. I take old t-shirts, cut them into squares, sew two together, and use them as washable
You
toilet
have
paper.
got to be fucking kidding me.
Enjoy
No,
your disease.
Unacceptable. No.
I think this one's a boom.
No!
I'm gonna be honest.
Shut up!
You do.
This one's an easy,
I swear to
easy
God.
boom for me.
If I go to your house and I see the washcloth toilet paper and it says reuse, recycle, I'm going to shoot myself.
No, but they've beat this system by saying the bathroom in my house has a roll of toilet paper for guests, and it lasts forever.
No. No.
But listen, let me tell you, even that might be too much money for some people. This next one says, not having friends has saved me a lot of money.
God.
I'm
my
always saying
Jesus
this one, though.
Christ.
I've changed my perspective on not having a big group of friends. Instead of wishing I had more friends, I'm grateful I can save money on going out and Christmas presents, etc.
Oh my God.
That's true, though.
It literally is true. It's 100% true. This one's a boom for sure.
Not having friends is a boom.
This is a good one. This one will be the title. Merry Christmas to me. A nearly whole cigarette right outside the grocery store. It is a used cigarette wedged between the crack in the pavement.
This one really is getting excited about like a disgusting penny on the ground.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, tobacco.
All right. I think some people just need to look, I get it's hard out there.
You better not be money shaming me right now, dog.
It's so frustrating because the lotion, I'm like, actually,
That one
this
was
is
so
really
good.
smart. I kind of get this. Like, yeah, it makes sense that there's a lot of lotion just stuck to the sides of a bottle that you don't get. And then it's like, oh, I found a fucking half-eaten burger in the trash. I'm up, bros.
I'm up, dog. Oh man, I'm up burgers right now.
Hashtag frugal living. Like, bro, oh no, this is to spend some money. I'm begging.
Listen, here's the unfortunate truth of the matter is that you can go crazy trying to like zero waste min-max yourself on this shit. Let me just tell you, it doesn't matter. Like, there are a ton of things you can do to reduce the amount of waste that you generate and reduce the amount of money you spend, right? But trying to squeeze that last little percentage point out of both your bank account and your like carbon footprint or whatever is going to make you go fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, you've done enough. There's not going to be a measurable difference on the quality of your life if you save an extra 30 cents YOY on saving toilet paper money by reusing it. Like,
Yeah.
my God.
Okay, last one. Re-gifting bin. Do you all have one?
Wow.
For years, I've had a re-gifting bin for things I didn't like or couldn't use. It saves money for birthdays, holidays, weddings.
Have you guys ever re-gifted anything? You know, we're doing this episode. It's going to air.
I definitely have. But the thing is, I never re-gift like someone gives me a gift and I don't like it, so I give it to someone else.
Right.
I
yeah.
will sometimes like buy something or come into something and be like, I don't need this, but I know who would. So the next opportunity I have to give them a gift, I'll do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's just
like
good
stuff
planning.
I already have, like an air fryer or,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
shirt that doesn't fit me, but I know someone whose size it is.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I just love the idea of putting all these things in a bin.
Just
like,
a big box. Like, what happens if your friend comes over and they're like, why is the thing I gave you in a box called shit tier gifts? What's going on there? Oh, man. All right. All I can say about this frugal stuff is, I don't know. They definitely have to be saving money, though.
You know what?
Yep. That casket
hand
guy
it to him.
saved like $600.
Yeah. So awesome. Thank you for showing me
Thank you
this.
for showing this one.
It's the best.
Yeah, no problem. All right. You ready to get into the posts?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We got 3 bangers. This first one comes from AITAH. It says, am I the asshole for not selling my car, even though my fiance refuses to sit in the front seat because my ex sat there?
Dude, you can't keep giving us these.
No way, like, dude, I just-
No.
How are people so abnormal? Okay, all right, whatever.
I mean, okay.
Spin me a tale.
Yeah, just
This person would never make it on r/frugal because they're giving up a seat just for like a psychological reason. What they should be doing is the ex used to sit there. Oh yeah, you can probably scrape their fingernails and discarded skin cells off the seat and then crush them into a fine paste to make soap later.
That's
like,
true.
why would you ever turn down a benefit like that?
No, they should bring
Why
like
would
a
you-
cup or like, storage, little cubby storage unit, and then like point it towards the air conditioning and then cup it real quick and have like, cold air for later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yippee, free biomatter. Can't believe people just get rid of this stuff.
Here's the issue. My fiance refuses to sit in the front seat of my car because my ex used to sit there. She says it makes her uncomfortable and feels like she's taking what's someone else's.
Huh?
Instead, she insists on sitting in the backseat whenever we go somewhere, which honestly feels strange to me, like I'm her chauffeur. I offered to sell the car if it truly bothers her, but she told me no because it would feel like she's forcing me to do something, which, to be clear, she is.
Oh my God.
However, she still won't sit in the front seat and avoids interacting with anything related to my past relationships. This is part of a bigger pattern. She's mentioned multiple times that she doesn't want to do things I've done with my ex, like cuddling on the couch during a movie or visiting places I've been to. I've tried to be understanding of her feelings, but I'm starting to feel like I'm being held responsible for my past, which I can't change. It's also confusing because she keeps in touch with her own ex, occasionally texting or calling him, which I have no issue with as I trust her. Whenever these situations come up, she tends to withdraw emotionally, avoiding physical affection, not saying goodnight, or being distant. While I love her and want to work through this, I'm starting to feel like I'm walking on eggshells around her emotions, especially when they're tied to things I can't control, like my past. TLDR, my fiance refuses to sit in the front seat of the car because my ex sat there and avoids doing things I did with my ex. I offered to sell the car. She doesn't want me to, even though she won't engage with it. Am I the asshole for not selling the car and thinking her behavior is unreasonable?
This is what the who no there's you can't nobody there's this is not real, right?
That was awesome. That was like a sequence of like 12 starts to a sentence that just didn't happen.
No, I know, I'm aware
great.
because
No,
this
I
is
loved
driving
it.
me insane. Like there's no way a person like this exists in the world. Like
I'll play devil's advocate a little bit. I feel like they could. I think a lot of people, especially young individuals who haven't been in a lot of relationships, get in their head about like things like, oh, I wanted to be your first X or your first Y. And this is kind of a logical extension of that. It's like, oh, I don't want to just retread the same ground you did with your ex. You know, we have to be something different and we have to be something special. But what they're talking about here is sitting in certain seats and cuddling during movies.
that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, we can't cuddle on the couch. Your ex used to do that.
You used to do it with your ex.
What do you fucking mean? Yeah, I also kissed them too. Are we not going to do that?
I want to know if they fuck, right? Because like, there's no way they fuck if the ex used to fuck them.
That's true. That's the same penis you fuck your ex with.
Yeah.
You need to get a new penis.
I think it's definitely a conflation of two issues, right? Like, there's a difference between being like, I don't want to cause you kind of similar pain or trauma that maybe your ex has caused you, right? I feel like that's the natural thing, like, you know, you'd want to maybe avoid. So maybe you don't like do a certain action or thing because you know they had trouble with that in like the past. That makes more sense than I don't want to sit in your car in that seat because that's where your ex was. And honestly, I don't know. What is she doing it for his benefit? Like, is it because she like doesn't? I don't know. I literally don't know.
The taking what's someone else's thing is really weird to me. I don't get it. Like, this one I don't understand. Like, who cares if you're yeah. First of all, he's not owned by his ex. Like, where is this idea even coming from? I truly cannot grasp it.
It's coming from.
Well, no, seriously, I don't. I'm not playing stupid. I don't understand the idea.
No, it's from the same place it always is, which is this concept that like, oh, your ex lingers in your mind forever and you're only ever going to be playing second fiddle to the one who got away. And it's the same sort of insecurity you see all the time in these like weird guys. It's just a girl doing it.
Okay. I
but like I feel
guess.
like the chair thing feels too literal for me. Like it's too like it's too childlike almost, because I understand what you're saying. Guys do that for like stupid shit, or like even like when they see a girl hang out with like an ex or whatever, the way he describes it here in the post, and it can be kind of upsetting and be like, you miss him, don't you? Like stupid shit like that. But taking what someone else's chair, I just like that I literally can't get over. I have no idea what emotional like problem you're trying to overcome when it's like, this is the chair she used to sat in. I don't want to sit in it. What?
She's not in this chair for a reason anymore. You're here now.
Well, yeah,
sit in the
exactly.
damn chair. Oh, I don't know, man. This one.
Listen, I don't want to put theories out that are like too out there, but isn't it a little weirdly like controlling to like push yourself into the back seat and then be like, yeah, I'm not gonna sit there, and it's like, what? Well, like, what is the goal here?
Good. I'm glad you went here because I was thinking I was being an insane person for thinking this, but like, this is one of those situations where it would really help to have a woman on the show.
Yeah.
The best we can do is Becky can, I guess, YouTube poop style cut our voice lines to make it sound like we're agreeing with her. But
Becky, you're so right. Here, you can use that
I
one.
think that we are going to be wrong
We're
and
dumb
sauce.
males.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs.
You want it?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I do think that this person is doing, I think it's a totally performative gesture, obviously.
Yeah,
Of
definitely.
And I
course.
think that it's being done basically to get the guy at a baseline to be like, even if I am constantly treating my wife well, even if our relationship is going well, there is this sort of original sin that I am responsible for at all
Yes.
times.
Yeah.
So
for
like
sure.
this means that every time they fight or interact or anything, she is going to have a leg up on that conversation by being like, well, of course, I don't bring up anything about your ex. Even though that's like in the past. It's like establishing this sort of dynamic means that she will be able to, for every future interaction or fight or whatever, trot it out in order to make him feel like shit. And that can only happen if it's constantly reinforced, which is why she's always like, oh, well, of course I can't sit there. Oh, well, I can't. So he's always in this like state of
Yes.
feeling sort of guilty and trying to make up for something.
And he's always accommodating too, as in the
Yeah.
post where he's like, well, I guess like if you don't want to cuddle and that makes you feel uncomfortable, then I won't make you cuddle. Like, of course, I don't want to, I don't want to upset you and I'll do that. And so he constantly has to kind of do this dancing on eggshells. Like he mentioned, she gets to always kind of be like in control of what happens. Alongside, he mentions also that she still contacts her ex, no problems, and he's okay with that. Like, which is,
Yeah.
which is good.
I don't want to imply that like
Right.
she's cheating on
No,
him
yeah,
with the
I
ex.
Oh no, I'm not implying that either.
But I think it is ridiculous to be like, you two are still friends. Like,
Yeah.
I don't talk to my ex. Like, what the hell's going on here,
Yeah, it's also very telling that when he tries to say like, okay, well, I can get a new car. Like, if it's that making you this uncomfortable, I'll get a new car for you. If that's what
But
it
the
means
reason
to
he
stay
can't
together.
get a new car is because the car is part of this reinforcement.
Yes,
like, she's not going to
exactly.
be able to do the stupid thing.
Yeah, if he gets rid of the
She
new
goes,
car,
oh, I
then-
guess I got to go to the back of the car because you
Yeah.
sat with your high school sweetheart in the front seat and you listened to Black Eyed Peas.
I'm sorry, if
Like,
you're
come
like
on.
swapping spit, like let's just assume that they kiss or other normal relationship stuff. You have literally nothing to stand on comparing like a seat in a car. I'm sorry,
I'm starting to think they don't.
right? Maybe I don't know.
It
I'm
could
not
be,
to
yeah,
assume,
like it's
but-
Yeah,
like it's a Mormon marriage or it's like
yeah.
one of those type of things where they just they won't fuck until the night of.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, it is.
Real quick, dear listener, I don't care if you're religious, you gotta fool around before your wedding night.
Yes,
You-
100%. 1,000,000%.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find out that you're not like sexually compatible after you just signed a contract. That shit is not good.
Oh,
Trust.
No, it's crazy, dude. It's unbelievable. I do like the concept. Danny touched on this earlier. What if it's like, oh, they had sex, but we can't have sex because you have sex with your ex? What if that means like anything you did with your ex is off limits? So like
Yeah.
you have to have like crazy, stupid, ridiculous sex because everything normal has been covered by previous relationships. It's like, we can't do missionary, so you're gonna have to skydive into this pussy.
yeah. No, we're hanging you up on the ceiling, and you're gonna like come down like Spider-Man and hit this.
That's like normal sex too. You can never do the normal kind. So, any encounter has to involve like a Doc Ock style situation where you Neuralink with 4 or 5 tentacles in order to get going.
Oh, some listeners are really having a rough time with this one. Sorry, y'all. But just hang in there. We're not going to be talking about your kink for much longer, I promise.
Listen, if you don't find Alfred Molina at least a little bit sexual in Spider-Man 2, then I'm fucking sorry. I don't know what to tell
No,
you.
that's what I'm saying. This is like ASMR for them. That's what I'm getting at.
When you said it was hard
Yeah.
for some listeners, you didn't mean it was difficult.
No, I'm saying it.
I get it. Okay, yeah, I
All right,
understand.
never
I
mind.
understand what's going on here. Ugh. Okay, I don't know. Do you want to vote on this one?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Decision time.
When it comes to this guy who won't sell his car, is he the asshole? 3, 2, 1. No.
No.
But wait.
There is an update to this. There are a couple of updates in the comments. So I'll give you a little bit of insight as to this poster. This is kind of a serial Am I the Asshole poster, and not in such a way that they're doing a bunch of creative writing. At time of recording, about 2 weeks ago, they made a post that said, "Am I the asshole for thinking my fiance might be a little too possessive or controlling?" and details some of this behavior. Afterwards, he has posted a bunch of things that say, "Am I the asshole for hugging female friends in front of my fiance?" Then moves it to the other sub where he says, "She says she'll call off the wedding if I don't stop.
Oh, no.
Is this bad?" And then gets to the post that we are currently talking about. It paints a really grim picture where he gets an inkling she's too possessive, confronts her about it. She says, "You're wrong." He buys it, then goes back to Reddit about another thing. She says, "You're wrong." He buys it, then goes back to Reddit about a third thing. I hope that it sinks in for this individual because the behavior he's describing is insane. But Jordan, you were actually pretty close. These two met through an arranged marriage setup.
Whoa.
They've known each other for 8 months total. It was love at first sight, and they got engaged about 2 months ago now. So only known each other for 6 months, arranged marriage. As soon as the engagement happens, she flips and gets a little controlling.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh, man, the Jordmeister nails it again.
You did it again.
I'm Mr. Jordmeister. I'm Mr. Ah! All right. You ready to move on to the next one?
All right, yeah, let's do it.
The council has spoken.
This next one comes from Throw RA Watching TV, and it's from a sub that we haven't done yet, but I love. r/am I wrong?
Yes! Oh, why have we not done this?
Well,
Come
because
on. Oh,
all
my
of these
God.
subreddits are just "Am I the asshole" repackaged.
I know.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
but this one's like...
But this one is like
ripe
you're
for
coming
the
from the
picking.
perspective of life. Oh, so I'm the asshole for,
Yeah, exactly. The
Am I
dynamic
wrong
is
when
just
I said
different
I
enough.
wanted to kill that guy?
I did want to kill him. So this is a perfect title for an r/am I wrong post.
We need an Am I Wrong day. I want an Am I Wrong day soon. If this one's good.
Am I wrong for playing video games and watching TV while working?
No.
No.
No, you are not wrong. Keep doing it.
You know what? You should, in fact, you're being wrong by not doing it more. You should be listening to the podcast while playing video
That's
games
why I'm
and collecting
doing this
a paycheck.
podcast, so I can play video games and watch TV while I work.
If you are my employer, turn off the podcast now.
Okay. I work for United Healthcare. No,
Okay.
I work from no. I work from home pretty much full time. My girlfriend also works from home. We both have home offices, and while my girlfriend enjoys working in her office, I prefer working in the living room as it gets more natural light than my office. While I'm working, I'll often have the TV on. Most of the time it's just on in the background, but on quieter days I'll sit and watch TV for a while I wait for people to email me back, as I'm not doing anything until they get back to me. This means sometimes I'm just watching Netflix or maybe playing video games. I've got my laptop next to me. I'll work as soon as something happens. My girlfriend saw me playing a video game yesterday as it was a quiet hour, and she got annoyed. She said I should be working and not sitting playing video games. I pointed out I have nothing I can be working on, and she said I should still be doing something for work instead of gaming. I just repeated that I have no work to be getting on and that all my work is up to date. I mentioned that me playing video games doesn't affect her, so I don't see why she has a problem with it. She just said that I was wrong for playing games and should stop. Am I wrong for watching TV and playing video games during work time?
Finally.
I know exactly what
Finally.
this is. I know exactly
A
what
post
this is.
where I don't have to change my opinion from my original intention.
Jordan, go for
All
it.
right. I'll do it. This is a classic case of being frustrated that somebody has it a little bit better than you.
True.
Exactly.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Your partner just has it a little. It could be one of two things. I think it's this one, which is why I'm going to start with this. But this is just, I'm slapping my leg because I'm like, we see it over and over again. I think there was a situation actually in one of our earlier episodes. I can't remember what it was.
Oh yeah, no, wait,
man.
way earlier. I remember.
Yeah, way early. There was a situation. It wasn't
It was
exactly
the guy
like
who
this.
would work from home, and the partner would come home and be kind of upset because the guy had a plenty of time to work from home. So he like chilled and played games and cleaned and did chores. And they were upset because they'd have to work like 10, 12 hours while they got to kind of frolic working from home. I remember. I forget the exact like post, but that was it.
But I mean, it is a struggle and I don't know. I don't want to say, because it's not always resentment, but it is a frustration that I empathize with, because it sucks when you're like, somebody else's job is easier than yours, right? Like that blows. But this is one of those signs where it's starting to turn into like a little bit of resentment, you know? Yeah, he's got time to relax during work. I don't know. Why does that bother you? Look inward, right?
Exactly. They're mad because they cannot do that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no, it's literally just like, it's pocket watching.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's legitimately, I don't know. The unfortunate truth of this one is, I think the answer to this question is, you have to kill the HR representative inside your head.
Yes.
There's so many people at so many workplaces, but especially your spouse, have this little person that lives in their head and goes, I don't think they're doing enough work, or I don't think they're working right, or I think they're taking too many breaks. I think they're spending too much time in the bathroom. And it encourages you to tattle on your fellow worker. You know what you should be doing? You should be taking fucking notes from them. How to slack off more, how to steal more time, cheat codes for whatever video game that they're playing.
Yeah.
You know, you should be right there in the trenches with them, taking as much from your employer as you can. I don't understand. This one is so frustrating because, like, it's one thing if you are like working in an office and someone else in the office does way less work than you, but you are like judged as a group and it makes your life harder. That you can intervene on. This is your spouse who is accomplishing everything they are supposed to on time, having fun when they are not explicitly fielding calls, and you being mad because your job doesn't afford you that kind of freedom.
Yep.
What are you going to tattle to your spouse's HR department, big baby?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that this person's like, well, there's something you can be working on. And he's like, no, actually, there isn't. And she's like, surely there's something you can be working on. He's like, there's not.
Ugh.
She's like, well, you should be
sound
working
like my
on something.
manager.
He's like,
Shut up.
okay, literal middle manager brain. You got to kill the HR representative in your head.
Yes, you are middle managing somebody who works for a company you don't even work for. Just
Oh my
relax.
God.
Like, okay, I would understand if it's like you clearly have some downtime from work. There's a whole sink of dishes there. Now, it's not like you always have to be on and always have to be cleaning, but, you know, maybe you could use that free time for like a productive thing. But if it's just like, I don't know, like he's just chilling. He's having some time where he doesn't have to constantly be on at work. Like, just fucking, why does it matter to you? It matters to you because you're jealous.
Yeah.
All it is. Ugh.
Jealousy is a disease, bitch.
I do think it could
Get
also
well
be
soon.
kind of rooted in, you want your like partner to not look lazy, I guess. And
That's
you know
another,
what I mean?
yeah,
like
yep.
you want them kind of active and kind of doing stuff. And you're like, oh man, are they just gonna like slack off with everything if they're just like playing video games all day? Like, and it doesn't take into account like this is the work day. You know, like the reason he's playing the video games and watching the TV is just because he's done with his work, but he can't really move from where he's at, right? Like he needs to be by the computer.
Yeah.
So if an email comes in or whatever, he's on top of it. Just easy pause or turn off TV and then start working and then answer or whatever and then wait again. Like clearly he has one of those jobs. And so as a gamer, I think he deserves to play little video games while he's waiting. Okay. Not that this relates to me at all.
Everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember even what the second point I was going to make was, but it's really just like, why don't make this like a content? Like,
shouldn't you be happy?
Danny brings up a good point.
That's such a perfect way to describe it.
Danny brings up a good point where he's like, you know, you don't want your partner to be perceived as like lazy or not working or anything. Or if you're starting to worry that it's going to become a problem, right? Like you two are a couple, your financial futures are inexorably tied to one another, right? So if your partner is slacking off on the job, that is a chance that they might get fired or written up, which would make your financial future.
Exactly.
I could go on with that train of thought, but like you got to have some faith in him that he
trust.
says, I'm getting my work done. Yeah, I'm getting my work done. Everything's done. I just have a little bit of free time where I can just take a brain break, and that's fine. Like, it's fine. Sure, you scroll on your phone on the job. It's basically the same thing. It's just
like, God forbid you like get distracted by something and you're on your phone for a sec or you're talking to, even at work at the office, if you're like talking to a coworker about a movie you guys watched, what is the boss gonna do and come shoot you both? Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. All of the best jobs I've had are the ones where my managers or coworkers don't like put the time we spend under a microscope. Like, there is just a general
Yes.
And this is where my job is at right now. This is where my job.
Well, and people are more productive, enjoy their time more, and do better work when they don't feel like everything has to be endlessly scrutinized and cataloged.
Yeah, my job right now is that way, where there's just this sort of underlying trust that everybody is working hard and will help them if needed, and it rocks, man. Like, not to glaze corporate America, but when it's good, it's kind of nice.
We've all worked at places where you have to where everything is tracked and watched, and it sucks and it's awful. And Jesus Christ, sorry that this guy made it out just a little bit, even just a little. He's still working. He's doing fucking a job. But it's, you know what it is for so many people, work is analogous to suffering. And if you're not suffering sufficiently, that doesn't really count as work then. You need to be working a little more hard, or I need to be able to see that you are not having a good ass time.
Because that's what work is supposed to be. If I'm feeling miserable and you're not, then you're doing something wrong, because it's supposed to be
cheating.
Miserable.
You're literally cheating.
Yes. You can do it too.
That's the thing I don't understand. If your partner is chilling and playing games and shit, that means they got time and they're big chilling. Like, you can talk to them, you can chill with them. Like Joseph said at the beginning, figure it out. Figure it out. Like, figure out how to jerk off at work, and boom, you got time. You got extra time with your partner to just fuck around. Take a walk with them.
I remembered what the second point was that I was going to bring up, is that some people actually just don't know how to relax. I think that's something, is people, they constantly view their time as tasks that need to be done. And, there are times when you can just kick it for a second. You're going to drive yourself insane if you're constantly I have to put myself into this misery and keep working hard. And I always have to be doing. And it's no, I promise you there are times when you can chill.
It's brainworms.
Yeah.
All right. How do we feel about this guy? You ready to vote?
Yeah, let's do it.
Decision time.
When it comes to this lazy slack off, is Mordecai wrong? 3, 2, 1.
No, you're not.
You can play video games, you can watch TV as long as you're getting your work done. If you turn in your homework, you're allowed 30 minutes of screen time a day.
One thing I will say, I will add on to this though, is that my wife just brought me a sandwich. My gamer wife brought me food. Anyway.
Braless wife not asked for.
Yeah, right. The one thing he can do is he can sort of extend an olive branch, kind of, where he's like, hey, I actually have a little bit of free time. Do you want me to go pick you up some coffee from the local coffee shop? Or do you want to sit and chat for a second? There's nothing wrong with just make it a shared activity.
Oh God, you have husband brain.
I do have
That's
husband
a great
brain.
ass idea.
Yeah.
I'm writing this down.
No, he's right. I don't know.
Yeah, that is no. Sorry, when I mean you were from day one when you came out the pussy. God was like, this man will be a husband.
Yes,
and he programmed your synapses in the right orientation for you to come up with shit like that. That's a good ass idea.
Gaga want flowers when I come home.
The council has spoken.
All right, our last one comes from r/best of Redditor updates.
Yes.
This comes from Direct Caterpillar 77. This was posted at the start of the month. The title of this one is, do I tell my wife the truth after 11 years?
No way. Oh my God.
Novel alert.
Story time.
All right, let's decide. Did they go on the gaycation?
Yes.
For the past 11 years, my mind and body...
Ibiza's beautiful. Let me start with this.
When we first started dating, my girlfriend asked me what my favorite meal was, so she could cook it for me for our 1-month anniversary. We were 16, and I told her my favorite meal was chicken parmesan. Good choice.
No.
Good choice, right? Are you all chicken parm
I'm
people?
a chicken parm. Oh.
I have my thoughts on this.
No. Hit me up. What do you
No.
think?
It's on the future of this post. It depends on how the post goes.
Okay.
I'm a chicken parm lover.
Yeah, I love chicken parm. It's great.
The Action Bronson chicken parm recipe is like unbelievable, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Have you ever heard of parmies as a concept?
Is that a slur?
I'm about to blow your mind. So Australia is like a civilized society in most ways, except it almost always has some aspect of it that seems like it was in like a very similar parallel universe. You know, like the cartoons when like Fry and Leela go to an alternate universe and it's exactly the same except like Leela's hair is dyed red instead of purple?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what Australia is like, right? So their bar culture is very similar to ours, but their standard bar food is a chicken parmesan.
Fuck, that sounds so
that sounds
good.
It's
awesome,
like,
actually.
oh, you go to the bar for pub food, right? You get like burgers, you
Yeah,
get fries.
like
Nah, we
wings.
get a chicken parmy, and they call it a parmy. I'm going to go have a parmy. They get drunk, and they eat a parmy.
Look, I get it.
Now,
because
listen,
it's
I'm
like-
going to say, it's insane, to be clear. It's insane. But also, doesn't that sound fucking
It
great?
sounds
Like getting
so
plastered and
good. Oh my god, I'm like drooling.
tanking a chicken parmesan.
It's fried chicken or breaded chicken with a bunch of fucking melted cheese on it, bro. That and a beer.
Marinara.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck.
You know what? Actually, let's, fuck a bottle night. Let's go get some
Let's get
parmies.
some chicken parmy.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
bro.
well-
I love chicken parm, dude.
Dude, that's what
It's so
Outback should
good.
be selling. They should sell parmies.
Yeah, they should sell parmies. Yeah. What do they sell at Outback? Brown bread that costs $9?
Yeah.
Give us a chicken parm with liquor infused in it, you know? We can drive home in a beat up F-150. Okay, tangent aside, let's get back to the post. I told her my favorite meal was chicken parmesan. She cooked it for me from scratch, and it was delicious. Okay, back up. Man, I could go for a fucking chicken parm now. Now I'm just
No,
thinking
that's
about
what
it.
I'm saying.
dude. Oh my god.
She cooked it for me from scratch, and it was delicious. However, I realized what I meant to say was chicken Alfredo. Classic 16-year-old mistake, thinking they're the same thing.
Yep.
I feel bad that she went out of her way to cook what she thought was my favorite meal, so I didn't correct her or myself. Fast forward to now. We've been together for 11 years.
I knew it.
Married for 2. And once a month or so, she still makes chicken parm for me because she thinks it's my favorite. It's good, but it's really just not my favorite. At this point, it's way too late to tell her the truth, right?
Yes.
Yes. yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. I'm sorry.
I feel so bad for this guy because like 16-year-olds don't have a complete understanding of what everything they eat is and what it's called. You don't know about like the social mores of naming conventions of food.
Guess I
I
was
get
just
it.
built
Easy
different.
mistake to make. She put a lot of effort in. He made the right choice in not correcting her because that would have been a huge faux pas. And in any other scenario, it would be like, oh, my high school sweetheart used to make me chicken parm because I was too afraid to let her know it wasn't actually my favorite meal, except that it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have to live with this forever.
But the thing is, like, it's
he
so cute, though. It's so cute. Like, if you're the guy in this situation, like, yeah, okay, chicken parm isn't your favorite, but at least you like it, right? Like, at least you think it's good.
Yeah.
There are worse
So
fates.
much
yeah,
worse
no
fates.
shit. By the way, I would take it. Like, I love chicken Alfredo. Chicken parm. Oh, it's so good. Anyway,
What's the downside here? He has to eat a chicken parm once a month. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude.
yeah, dude. Like,
Fuck, are you gonna be okay?
but like the thing I can't get over is that it's adorable. Like, this
It
is a
is so
secret
stinking cute.
I would keep forever just because it's so cute. Like, she remembers this thing I
You
said.
can tell your grandkids after your wife dies.
Yeah, like,
That's what you can do
this
here.
thing that I accidentally said when I was 16. My wife took it as gospel, and to this day, she still makes me a chicken parm once a month. That is like, oh, I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
It's like
I'm,
in the secret
melting in my
journal he
chair.
keeps under his bed, like, and I never liked the chicken parm. And it's like, oh, Grandpa never liked it. Oh, Grandpa, look.
It's just, it's so, I don't know.
Okay,
This
okay,
is
but think of it this way. Think of it
adorable.
this way. Think of it this way. How funny would it be if he told her?
So listen, you're saying it's adorable. I think it would be sweet if he told her too.
That
True,
could work.
true.
It's still a fun story, and you get to giggle about it, and you get to be like, remember when I made you chicken parms for a decade because we were too scared to correct each other? And he was like, I just love your cooking so much, and I didn't want to hurt you. That's such
It's so
a cute thing to do
cute.
also.
I know. I just couldn't. If it was me, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be like,
I
God,
know
this is just
I
adorable.
know you'd be
that-
stuck with that chicken farm.
I don't know. It's so gooey and cute. Like I can't change it, right? Because like, I don't know. I don't want to, not to be like, well, I don't want to stop her from cooking me food. Like that's not what it is, but it's like, I don't know. I don't want to like ruin this tradition that has been made, even though it's not my favorite thing. It's like, it's just, yeah, like in my brain, it's a fun little mistake that I made when I was a kid. And now I get chicken parms the rest of my life because my wife is so adorable that she wants to cook me something from I said that I liked when I was like less than 18 years old. Like I don't know. I can't get over it, man. It's adorable. This is great.
It is very sweet. It is.
I love this.
But I think he does have to tell her.
No,
you know?
I think as soon as you become
Make your
cognizant
case.
of the like
Make your
years and how
case.
long, like it's over. You gotta break it.
Because it'd be so cute. It would be adorable, even if you describe it. You are currently resigned. You're 11 years into eating this food you think is all right, but don't like a whole lot. You could be eating your favorite food once a month, prepared with love, but every month you need to be reminded of one stupid afternoon when you were 16. Like, come on.
I can't get over it, man. I take it to
You've
my
got
grave.
40 years of chicken Alfredo ahead of you. Don't settle for the parm. Correct this misunderstanding. It's cute. You have a nice little laugh about it. And then you do, like, the downside might be you don't take it to your grave and get that story. The upside is you get to live the rest of your life happy.
Do you think he had like chicken Alfredo once? Like she just like made it off a whim, and he was like, "This could have been my life."
No, it's like the one that got away, but it's the fucking chicken Alfredo.
Instead of the bar.
It's chicken Alfredo.
Honey, why are you crying looking at an Olive Garden menu? Oh, it's nothing.
It's nothing, honey. Can we please get one to go as well?
It's like everything
And she's like,
reminds
yeah,
me.
of course we could go. They have chicken parm there. And he'll be like, I just think the take-home pasta is a better value.
Well, the take home doesn't have the chicken parm. That's okay. That's okay.
Everything reminds me of her, and it's like a fucking bowl of noodles.
Oh, my God.
Decision time.
Let's vote on it like this. Do we think he should tell her?
Ooh. Okay.
Jordan?
You know where I stand. No, it's
You
too
say
cute.
no?
It's too cute.
I
don't care what you.
You know where I stand. As fun as it is to get a cross-section of their cute little life on Reddit, I think it will dramatically improve his quality of life if he comes clean. Danny, you're going to be the deciding vote on this.
I have to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah!
I have to tell them only because like I know how I get when it comes to being kind of like honest with my significant other, and it will just like even the stupidest
you're
shit
pretty
like this
open
will
with
eat
me.
me away, and I'm like, I don't want to lie to you. Like I don't want to be like this. I don't know if I'd ever end up in this situation, but I'm putting myself in it, and I couldn't do it after 11 years.
That's so funny.
It's
Oh my
man.
God.
I got warm and fuzzies thinking about it. It's just making me very happy.
But wait.
Are you ready to hear the update?
I can't wait. Oh, what I really don't want to have happen is he tells her and she gets like pissed.
She
That's
gets
like,
mad.
All right, so he does elect to tell her.
Let's go.
Update. I'm glad my travesty brought so many of you joy. I apologize for taking so long to update you all, but I was vexed with a life-altering decision and needed to weigh the responses.
That's okay, King.
I ultimately decided to tell my wife the truth. I'm not sure I made the right decision after all, because I'm far more embarrassed now than I ever was about this. I have never seen my wife laugh the way she
Oh,
did
good.
that.
Okay, good.
Yeah! Just when I thought she was done laughing, she would start up all over again. We now have this incredible inside joke for the rest of our lives together. Huge thank you to everyone who commented their advice.
oh, that's so
It's
cute.
so good.
It's so adorable.
It's adorable. I'm happy that the result, even though it wasn't what I would have done, I'm happy it was still like a very cute. You predicted it like nail on the head, Joseph, that it was, it was a fun story and joke, and that they get to have the rest of their lives. And it's when love is good, it's good,
The council has spoken.
Okay, so I do want to talk a little bit about the responses to this one before we hang it up.
Oh God! All right.
The comments to this one rock, because it is 100,000 people describing them being in the exact same situation.
No shot.
That's awesome.
Here's one from a guy who said, my father told my mother he liked to have his coffee with salt instead of sugar because it reminded him of the sea. The first time he was lying to cover up mistaking salt for sugar.
No.
And so his wife made his coffee with salt every morning for the rest of their lives. This one says, for 45 years, my mom has been making stuffed capsicums. This is the pepper. Yeah, I can't say this word.
I don't know.
You know
even
the
if I'm
pepper.
right.
It's like a bell pepper, but a little spicier. She's been making them regularly. One day about 6 or so years ago, she offered me one that she had in the freezer. I said, thanks, I don't really like them. She says, me neither. She then asked my dad because she knows he loves them. He says, no, thank you. I don't really like them either, to be honest. My mom was shocked. She'd been making them for 45 years for him. He just never said anything because he didn't want her to feel bad. Turns out none of us liked them, and we had spent decades eating them out of politeness.
That's so awesome.
Oh my God.
I did this for 10 years. I swore I heard my dad say he loved French toast, pancakes, etc. So every morning he had custody, I would make him a plate and we'd eat as a family. I was 24 and he said, you know, I really don't like breakfast, but I couldn't tell you that I didn't like the food because you got so excited about making the breakfast. I hated the idea of making you stop.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Oh my God.
This is the cutest shit ever.
This kind of reminds me of my husband. We were set up on a blind date. One of the topics that came out was our favorite foods. I announced that Thai food was and still is my absolute favorite, and he agreed it was his too, and we should go get Thai sometime. Years later, he admitted he never had Thai food. He just wanted a second date.
Hell yeah, bro. Yes. King alert.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying.
Who cares? Just go. Who cares if you hate it? You're having fun.
Also, Thai food is good, so.
Thai food's good.
It is good. What if she makes the Alfredo and she sucks at it?
That would
She's
be
not very good
insane.
at it.
Oh my
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be so funny.
Oh my God.
The
was like-
worst Alfredo ever.
He looks down and he tries the chicken Alfredo and she's like, how is it? And he's like, you know,
Honey, this sucks shit.
I kind of miss the chicken parm.
Can you go back to the Parm?
That's what I'm thinking, actually, is because chicken parm is like so good. Think about it. He hasn't eaten chicken Alfredo for what, like 11 years? Or this? Because
I'm sure he's eaten it in
no,
the intro.
no, Joseph, I know what you're gonna say. No, it's all been chicken parm. Chicken Alfredo, he hasn't had it in over a decade. So now he's gonna have it again, and it's gonna be like, damn, the parm was better. I made the best mistake of my life. And then they go back to chicken parm. I'm voting on it now. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, we'll follow along with his story as it develops.
There we go.
Is there anything anyone wants to end on? It's glad to end in a position where I feel like happy instead of wanting to kill everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the Christmas spirit of this episode.
Thank you.
You know, it's not always, death to all men.
Death to men, kill buttons,
Yeah.
lawyer up.
It's relationships like this that remind me that love is real.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's true. Well, I'm going to go continue scraping soap.
Have fun.
Yeah, me too. I think we can make a lot of money off this.
Yep. I'm going to go to my local landfill and find every single bottle of lotion I can find.
Oh, dude, I didn't even get into this, but associated with r/frugal is another sub, r/dumpster diving, which is similar.
Oh, boy.
Maybe on a future episode.
Yeah, we have
All right.
to do that.
All right.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.